Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today we are talking about third voyage of Gulliver's travels. Gulliver starts his third voyage after 10 days of staying with his family. He is appointed as a surgeon on a ship. In third part we are introduced with a flying island. Having encounter with pirates, he reaches on a new island. It is a rocky island below and an island up in the air. It is about 2 miles above the land and it is moving and can be lowered, raised, or sustained in progressive motion. The name of flying island is Laputa. The inhabitants of Laputa pulls Gulliver by a chain. The people of this island are strange looking. Their hands are either left or right. One of their eyes turned upward and the other directly inward. The people of Laputa are so much absorbed in their researches that they have no time to perform their routines. They have to keep servants to remind them anything that need their attention. The king of Laputa was so much absorbed in research work that he has no time to meet Gulliver, and Gulliver has to wait for 1 hour to meet king. Music and mathematics are the principal interest of these people. Food is presented in the form of geometrical shapes. The king orders to sew a new suit for Gulliver. The tailor behaves in a strange manner, and after 6 days, an ill-made suit is presented. The people of Laputa make speculations about future. They are always in the state of fear. They says the sun will swallow the earth, sun will become dark, and there will be no light on earth. They cannot have a sound sleep due to fears. The women of Laputa are different from men. They have no fears. They find their husbands busy in researches and occupied by fears turn to strangers for their entertainment. The strangers come to Laputa from below earth. The women freely make love with strangers. The control of flying island Laputa was on earth. It was controlling by astronomers on the direction of king. King was not a sole monarch. He had to take advice of his ministers. Although Gulliver was not ill-treated on the island of Laputa, yet he felt himself neglected and therefore wanted to leave. A friendly lord of Laputa takes permission for Gulliver. King gifted him 200 pounds and lord gave him same amount. Gulliver is also allotted by a letter of recommendation to a friend of his in Lagado, the metropolis of Balani Babi. Gulliver now leaves Laputa and arrives in Lagado, the capital of city of Balani Babi. The people of Balani Babi walk fast, look wild, with their fixed eyes and are generally in rags. In Lagado, Gulliver visits an academy of projectors. The projectors are busy in the projects of extracting sunbeams from cucumber and original food from human exertment. The houses are being built from roofs to downward to the foundation. Gulliver now left Lagado in order to get to Japan on his way back to home. On arriving at the port of Maldonado, he learns that ship for Japan is about 1 month late, so he is suggested to visit a nearby island, Glubbdubdrib. The word Glubbdubdrib means the island of magicians. There was a tribe of magicians. The governor asked Gulliver to suggest the names of dead men. Then Gulliver talks to the ghost of Alexander, Hannibal, Caesar, Pompey, Brutus, and several other deads. After having the interviews of deads, Gulliver returns to Maldonado and takes a ship for Luggnagg. Here he is warmly welcomed. He licked the dust before footstool of King of Luggnagg. There he meets immortals. He witnessed the miseries of immortals and does not want to become an immortal person. After that, he finds a recommendation letter and permission to leave Japan, and then he arrives Japan, and after that he reaches to his home. Third voyage of Gulliver Travels is full of amusement and also a satire on contemporary society of Jonathan Swift. Flying Island is a satire on England, who was subjecting Ireland from far. At that time, Ireland was a colony of England, and Jonathan Swift was an Irishman, so he was criticizing the way of governing of England. King of Laputa represents English king who was prone to work under the power of Parliament. Grand Academy of Lagado represents Royal Society of England. Various projects which are performed by Lagado's Royal Society are waste of time and labor. Royal Society at the time of Jonathan Swift was actually busy in such absurd experiments. It was a satire on those researches. Gulliver's meeting with ghost of deads is a satire on historians. In other words, Swift disbelieves the story of historian researches. Gulliver's terrible spectacle of immortals is a satire on the human desire for immortality. In this way, we find third voyage travels into several strange places, but in reality, it is a satire on his contemporary England. Thank you.